Hey guys, so at this point you have been able to write formulas from names, but you don't really know how to name from formulas just yet. So let's go over a couple writing the formula from the name just to kind of remind you where you are and get you back thinking about chemistry. So barium nitrate, if you'll remember, barium is 2+, it's in group 2. Nitrate, it's an 8, so it's a polyatomic ion, NO3 minus. If we drop and swap, you will get BaNO3 2. Remember that you need the NO3 to be in parentheses because you want to specify that you have 2 of those and not just 32 oxygens. Alright, so the copper 2 chloride. Remember, this 2 tells you the charge of the metal. So you've got copper 2+, chloride, since it's an ide, you know that that's the elemental form that can be found on the periodic table with a charge of -1. If you drop and swap, you will find that you have copper and 2 chlorides, so CuCl2. Now, when you're going backwards, when you're going from the formula to the name, it's actually very simple. You do not use prefixes. Alright, you write the name of the metal, and then the name of the anion, which in this case is nitrogen. Sorry, I have dogs. Okay. And so you do the same, it's just really that simple. You write the name of the metal, in this case zinc, and then the name of the anion, in this case it's a polyatomic and it happens to be cyanide, so zinc cyanide. Let's try a couple more. Name of the metal, magnesium. Name of the anion, carbonate. The only thing you really have to know about name and ionic compounds is if you have a single element at the end, such as NaCl, then you'll name the metal, okay, and when you name the anion, you want to change that ending to "ide," just like you did for the covalents. Alright, let's try this one down here at the bottom. Strontium nitrate. So, strontium, and then you've got the polyatomic ion nitrate. They're really easy when they're polyatomic ions. Alright, you try. Miss Cope, if you can pause the video for me, please. Alright, let's see how you did. So this first one, you'll see that your first element is potassium. So you just write it just like the element, potassium. And then you may have noticed that this guy right here, this IO3, that is the iodate ion from your periodic table, or from your polyatomic ion chart. So this guy is called potassium iodate. For this one here, you would have sodium and the polyatomic ion sulfate. Now, do not make this common mistake. This guy right here, the 2, he does not get a prefix. You do not use prefixes in ionic bonding. That's for covalent only. Alright, so I hope you did well on those. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. So now we're going to do some mixed practice. I'm going to have you copy the next 2 slides. What you're going to find on this first slide is that it's a formula to name chart. This area over here that I have a big circle around that says AP, you don't need to know that right now. Okay, that's acids and bases, and we'll get to that next year when you do AP chemistry. For now, you just want to copy the gold and the green, the ionic formula and the molecular formula, and then the flowchart of how you name those. And if you notice, you'll see for the molecular or the covalent compounds, you need the prefix, but you don't see prefix mentioned anywhere over on ionic. So Ms. Cope's going to pause the video again and give you a chance to get this copied down. Alright, so you should have this one copied down now. So let's go to the chart that shows you how to go backwards when you're going to go from a name to a chemical formula. You start here at this red arrow, and the first question to ask you is it a metal? If there's a metal present. If there's a metal present, you're going to come over here and do ionic naming. If not, you're going to do covalent naming. So once again, Miss Cope, if you can pause the video and give these guys an opportunity to get this copied down. Now that you've got those flowcharts copied down, go ahead and copy down these examples. This is mixed practice. There's some both ionic compounds and covalent compounds for you to try to name. When I come back tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be feeling better and I'll come back and we'll practice going from naming to formulas and from formulas to naming and get you ready for your test on Friday. Have a good day, guys.